this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we get ready for kind of our fourth and our fifth planetary parades for 2023. That's right. On August 24th, right at sunset, we have an alignment of 3, which would be a mini alignment. We have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. Mercury and Mars will be kind of like going away, and Saturn will be rising. It's just kind of the way we kind of do our little circles out there. But this is going to be in 174-degree sector of the sky, so it's going to be kind of like a good chunk of the pie that they're going to be there. Now, I will tell you kind of the great part about this one is a little bit later on in the evening, we will kind of have another one. So we'll have a little bit different one. We will actually have a small one. So we're going to have 4 planets a little bit later on in the evening. So you have to really be watching out for them. Remember too that you have usually a day or so before to the day of, maybe a day or two afterwards to kind of take a really great look at them. So it's kind of the cool part. So on later on, August 24th, kind of later on in the evening, we'll have that small alignment, which is Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. And they're in about 78 degrees, so they're going to be a little bit more looking like they're in a line. Now, kind of some of the things is stars twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, but planets do not. So make sure that you're kind of looking for the ones that aren't kind of like twinkling at you. If you have any apps that you love to look at for the stars, this is a great way to do that and kind of find that perfect alignment. But I will tell you, that's kind of the fun part, to kind of like watch this alignment happen. Like I said, I love doing it, especially if I can involve my family, kind of torture them as well, kind of taking them out. So one of the things is make sure that you have a great view of the horizons, especially if you're trying to see the one right at sunset. You've got to have a view of the horizon without anything blocking you for a period of time. That is going to be best. The one that's a little bit later on, because it's going to be a little bit higher in the sky, it will not be as important, but it's one of those you still want to make sure that you have a clear view. You are going to definitely want to avoid light pollution, and that can be light from anything, especially if you're in a big city or something like that. You want to make sure that you are out in the country, far away from everything else. Anytime you have light pollution coming in, it kind of visually disrupts your vision in that area, so it's kind of like not so much fun. I will tell you, kind of the fun part about this is to go out and take a look at the planets. Sometimes taking a picture, even with your cell phone, when you're like, it's not that great to kind of get that far out. Sometimes you can really get some amazing pictures. Now, this is an astronomical event, and planets closely lined up on one side of the sun. So this is kind of the cool part, that everybody's kind of like lined up on the same side. And actually Earth would be in the alignment. If we weren't standing on Earth, it would look like Earth was in the alignment too. But because we're here, it's our perspective. So that's kind of the cool one. Like I tell you, it's kind of one of those, the inner planets usually seem like they line up a little bit more often, but it's always very uncommon to have more than 1 or 2 in alignment. Usually you have, like, as they pass each other, you're going to have that conjunction energy of like they're passing each other. But I will tell you, this is kind of the cool part, and this will be our 4th and kind of our 5th one, because as we kind of change the planets a little bit, but this will be our last one for 2023. But if you get a chance, make sure you do that. Make sure you get out there, and being able to kind of like visually look at these can be really fun to do it as well. If you've got a telescope, that can really help as well. Or if you're in a place where you're kind of like far out from everything else, you can really get a great view because you don't have that light pollution that everybody else has. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.